Hi, everybody. We're currently in a time, space, and frame where there's a lot of solar flares erupting at this time and coming up on our collective plane, earthly plane, individual plane. It's really tangible for all of us, many of us. It's causing like headaches, dizziness, really being tired, or the opposite, being completely energetic, not being able to sleep, or being so deep asleep that you just don't remember anything. It's like there's a blank, black space there when you wake up. Well, welcome it. Welcome it. How uncomfortable it may be at times, it really is necessary to integrate our I am presence, our higher selves, our oversouls aspects, whatever we represent at this time and align with at this time. So it's a welcomed gift to have those solar flares, X flares coming in, as it just triggers a lot, it activates a lot, it helps us to integrate all the higher dimensional consciousness, even the quantum consciousness that we are exploring and experiencing at this time. Many of us are at the beginning stage of that, which brings us in situations and explorations of our multifaceted dimensional self on a conscious way, which could be really confusing for many at this time. But at the same time, it's like being a kid in a candy store, not knowing what to explore first. At least this is a feeling that I've been sharing for a while. It's like, wow, there's so much that I want to taste, all the flavors, the colors, the expressions. It's like, where do we begin? I know many of you have been lingering in those states and experiences as well. I've been getting some emails and messages from you, which I so appreciate. Thank you for that. About really consciously having interactions with galactics, with your higher selves. Also, finding yourself in time space where you can see that time is being stretched or completely stopped. This is something I've been playing with, experiencing with over several weeks now, and it's just amazing to be able to do that. There's also people who have been texting me that they leave stuff at some places and you just cannot find it anymore. And then all of a sudden it just comes up at a space that is so unreal to you that you said, I've not put my glasses or my keys there. What is it lingering here? Well, I'm guilty of that too. I've been experiencing a lot of that stuff as well, always losing my USB stick. And it comes up at places that I'm like, where I've never been here, or I did not put it there. But yeah, I'm sure this is like the interdimensional spaces where we become one with at the time consciously, and we're doing so much more at the same time consciously that it's really important to be grounded constantly, to just not lose the grip and the whole of that, and to really understand it and become it and start to embodying this quantum consciousness and this multidimensional facets that we are at this time more and more vividly and tangibly. So what is also coming up very much is releasing. Like, it's something we have to get used to. Releasing is something we will constantly do. If it's not personally, it's for the collective. I mean, we're all aligned with one another. We're all part of the same source. We're all forming the collective. So there's no escaping from that. As long as we are on this plane in embodiment, in this expression, we have to keep on healing and releasing a lot of stuff that comes forth from us as well as from the collective and for the earthly plane. It's our job, it's what we do, we're the pure conduits for that, so there's no escaping in that. Um, just know that if things come up like bad dreams, nightmares, a lot of negativity, and you recognize this to be something of the collective and not from you, well, my advice would be just, let it pass through. Don't try to analyze this like, what is this? Where is it coming from? I do not recognize this part in me, or trying to hold it back, or stop it, or block it, or let it just pass through, without attaching to it, and just become the observer of it, and not the one that is participating in it and with it, because then, yeah, it will become harder to detach from all of that. So cleansing is taking part as well. Our physical body is cleansing and transforming at a tremendous speed at this time. It's like we're constantly in the higher space, being joyful, being blissful. At the same time, there can be periods where you're just detoxing constantly, that you feel that you're releasing so much um, chemicals and lower frequency fields of yourself. Um, like, yeah, myself, I had the flu, I have a cold right now. It's like, it's been a while, but now it's like one after the other, to be able and release all the old chemical stuff that we need to release, so that our crystalline body can more and more radiate and become embodied by us at this time. So our beautiful physical expression is indeed changing and transforming into a crystalline, beautiful light body at this time. You may not see it yet, but it's present, it's you, it's here. Just give it some time. We need a lot of adaptation time and rest, integrations, a lot of that. We have a very dense form, and we have never ever experienced such a transformation process where we take our bodies with us and transform it and transmute it. This is like never done before. So I know we are willing and diligent to go at a fast pace, as fast as possible, but we need to take into account that our bodies have to be taken along with us, unless you choose to just drop it and go at the speed of light and just say, well, I'm not waiting for my body, I'm just going like that, then it's another case. But if you are willing to take your body with you, just give it some time, um, the time it needs, and love your body, all the cells that you are. Talk to it, ask to assist, ask to radiate the light that you are, ask to share the love that you are, and to express that. Just, communicate with your body, your cells, your organs, everything. It's you. Everything is you. Um, so, yes, give it some time. If you feel you need to rest, rest. There are periods of times that myself find very hard to do my daily tasks, even if it's spiritual light work. Sometimes I feel like, oh no, this is not going to work, so I have to lay down, so that integration processes and activation processes can take place. Because when we are at rest and peace, it's far more easier to be worked on, than that we are constantly working mentally or doing stuff where the body's not at peace and in a in a peaceful rest mode. Let me put it that way. Um, so there are times that I find myself in a very blissful, active position, that I just cannot sleep. I'm sure the solar flares have to do, and the photon belt had to do with that as well. Comet Eisen had to do a lot of with that as well last month. Comet Eisen has changed and brought a tremendous shift, which is still playing out at this time. So that was a wonderful cosmic gift we got there. And we're still, I feel, a little bit integrating it a little bit less than last month, but we're still working with those energies very much. Um, like a few weeks ago, what I personally experienced was I could not get to sleep. I was exhausted, exhausted. And every time that I would close my eyes, it just my brain started to bring all these thought patterns in that I was like, would you please stop and give me some rest here? It was hard to do that. I really had to listen to relaxation music so that my brain was occupied listening to that and so that I could finally get some sleep. It took like 5 or 6 days before there was a change and a shift in this process where I could finally get to sleep without having these thoughts coming in, without having all these collective thoughts coming in and those weird dreams, because those days were accompanied with really weird dreams that does not make sense at all. It's like all the little pieces of my life and past lifetimes were like in one dream reflected, and there's a lot of remembering coming up as well. Past lifetimes, multidimensional facets of our future, which we are aligning with at this time. So it's really, as usual, it's important to keep your grounding space constantly as much as possible as we are exploring and being more active in our different timelines that we are, because the past timeline, the future timeline, and the now is all merging into the now because there's only the now. Um, so that's a very tremendous, exceptional experience we are um, exploring at this time, definitely. What I've always also been seeing lately is I see a lot of people talking about this is truth, this is not truth, this is light, this is dark, this is A, this is B, always, the opposites. And I wonder, and the feeling that comes up strongly every time when I see those reactions coming up is like, why has there to be one way or the other? Why has to be truth and not truth? Isn't this so that everything is all and all is what we are? Does there have to be the separation form of not true and true, this and that, light and dark, all the opposites that we make and we judge upon? Why not? Why does it matter if, why cannot everything be all? Because in truth it is. Everything is all. We are all. Source is all. Life is all. Love is all. So I feel this is coming up very strongly lately, past couple of days. Also with people really freaking out, starting to freak out, starting to lose the grip of their reality and becoming aggressive, breaking things down without any reason. Also, I've been encountering some of these expressions myself by just going to the store, getting some groceries and running into people that you never met before, ever. Well, at least not in this lifetime, and that they would just look so mad at you, so full of aggression that you have no idea why. You never spoke to them. It's like you really did something to them, and I've been having that a lot lately, or people that come into your area, and as soon as they come too close to you in your auric field, it's like they cannot stand that light quotient or energy source that you are, and they just either run away or get aggressive, or yeah, they're not able to cope with those energies, and it's just you see them freaking out at times. And I've been really pondering upon this. Like, what is it? Because we are taught that everything that we see around us is a reflection of who we are and what we are. But I find a lot of the happenings lately just to be the opposite. It's like I've been talking about this with Sandra Walter as well because she's been experiencing this as well, and she was like pulling the question to me as well, like, what do you think this is? Because I have no um pieces inside of me that really show me like this is me or this comes from me. And I have been having those too, and several others of my friends as well. And I've been like pondering about this, and the message I've been getting is that the more we become our higher and our truest self, the more we become light, the more we become our highest refined energies, the less we have all the loadings, the separations, the distortions, the creations that we have created and put on ourselves. So it's like you become more and more neutral position, like a 0 point kind of source energy. And because you detach from everything, you transcend a lot of those loadings and creations. And it's like we start to function as a mirror for the other unawakened ones, like when they come in confrontation with our field, everything is immediately reflected upon them. It's like, yes, the light and the energy that we start to emanate is so powerful, that it is just, mirroring and reflecting immediately what they are and what they need to see. And that can give like aggression, or people like completely being disoriented, not knowing what this is, and so they don't like to be in your field if it's too much for them to handle. So they can respond in several ways upon that. It can be mad, it can be frustrated, they can really turn away or fear you. um, so this is something, yes, that is coming up, for me personally and for others as well. I don't know if that's the case with you as well. So when you encounter such things and you really dig into yourself and you don't find anything that is coming from you or has to be reflected upon you, then maybe it could be that you become more and more this neutral source, this 0 point, and that would just function as a kind of mirror, um, for those who still hold on into the separation and the putting of loadings and the creations, into their fields and placing it there so that they can see what still needs to be, transcended and detached from. Um, Sometimes I encounter the opposite as well. It's like a lot of people, but that's merely the people who are like have an open heart space and who are open for everything that is happening and for themselves. Um, those can be really, positive when you come in connection with them. You never spoke to them, and they just start speaking with you, making connection, giving like compliments, being nice, being loving, being helpful. So yeah, it's beautiful to encounter those people as well. So we're definitely in a shift. Again, we're constantly in a shift anyway. So um, that's a beautiful thing as well. Anyways, the only thing I just wanted to share is that for me personally, I feel I have to detract more. It's a nudge and a message I've been getting for several weeks now to really, be more in my own field for the moment, to keep a low profile, and to really, connect with my inner space, and to, keep a bit of a distance from masses and a lot of people, because all the solar flares, all the energies, all the shifts that are going on presently are really pushing the veils of personal, realities, and the collective, of course, as well. So, best to retract a little bit at this time when this is playing out, and just be the supportive, you that you are, and also, of course, be there for others who are in need of your help and assistance and love whenever they ask for it. Absolutely be there to support them. But if you feel like, I need to retract myself from this situation, well, follow that, because it's an indication, for you to do that. So, anyways, this was my update for today. We're February 27. Um, by the way, on March 11, I will launch my new website. So my old blog will disappear, the Dolphin Infos, because it's a main blog where I post several, um, messages from others as well. So that will stay so. But my personal blog will disappear as soon as my website is launched. I'm starting a new website because I'm officially going to do all the service work I've been doing for free for 2 years now as my job, as my self-employment. So that means a new website as well with all the channelings, free tools, free ebooks, uh, free channelings and invocations, along with other services like readings, attunements, and such that you can find there. So I hope to see you all there. I will make a post of the new website before it is launched and the day it is launched, and you are all welcome to visit there. And I'm truly thankful for all of you. You are a tremendous gift to me, to my heart. I love you all, and I wish you the best. Bye.